número de doentes pelo novo coronavírus continua a crescer na China e no mundo.
Perigo iminente. O nível de alerta para a transmissão do coronavírus mudou de categoria.
A Organização Mundial da Saúde fez um chamado nesta quarta-feira para que todos os países atuem contra a doença, até aqueles que não registraram casos.
A virada do ano lunar foi passada por muitos estocando alimentos disputados em supermercados com prateleiras vazias. Até o rato mais famoso, Mickey Mouse, ficou preso na Disney de Xangai, fechada. Em Wuhan, o epicentro do coronavírus, um hospital de emergência começou a ser construído. Um terreno com 25 mil metros quadrados, 2 andares e previsão de 1.000 leitos, ficará pronto em 6 dias. Os médicos são, até agora, a maior vítima do vírus. 15 deles foram infectados num único hospital na primeira onda de pacientes.
Unverified pictures appear to show hospital wards overwhelmed, patients filling the corridors. In others, doctors seem at breaking point.
The official death toll from the outbreak of coronavirus in China keeps rising. And while the deadly virus spreads, public anger is building. So far, this has mostly been directed at officials in Wuhan, the city at the center of the outbreak. Their shortcomings in dealing with the virus were confirmed by Zhou Xianwang, mayor of the city, who confessed this week that authorities had failed to make timely disclosures. In fact, it took 6 weeks since the first reported case of the pneumonia in early December before the Wuhan government decided to sound a general alarm. The delay has prompted several thousands of angry people on social media in China to accuse the mayor of neglecting his city and call for him to step down. Such outbursts of public dissent are rare in China, particularly during the rule of Xi Jinping, China's authoritarian leader. But rarer still are public displays of disunity among the different levels of the Communist Party hierarchy. But this is exactly what's happening this time. Even as the mayor of Wuhan offered to resign and face what he called the infamy of history, he also laid responsibility for the slow reaction to the virus at the door of the central government. He appealed to people to understand why Wuhan had failed to make timely disclosures about the severity of the virus. This was due, he said, to the fact that the city had to wait for authorization to raise the alarm from Beijing. Such authorization took weeks to come.
黑的，乌鸦满地都是，你麦子地里边哪儿都是，就在我车头一落着，你不胆小，看到了吗？
各位亲友们，各位长辈们，我是金慧，我目前还在武汉汉口这个疫区，我向大家汇报一下目前我们整个湖北甚至全国的疫情情况。现在已经有9万多人次，这个病毒的传染几率是多少呢？就是一个人传染之后，如果说他没有被有效的隔离的话，或者说进行有效的治疗的话，他会传染给他身边的14个人，那么这个基数就很大了。现在正值春节假期之际，天南地北的亲戚朋友子女都往家里赶，都是为了合家团圆，在一起吃一顿团年饭。现在情况特殊，我希望大家不要出门，不要聚会，不要聚餐，请看到我这消息的人相互打电话，相互通知，一定要做到。我希望大家能够提高认识，这是一个政治任务。而且报告大家一个很不好的一个消息，这个新型冠状病毒已经发生第2代变异了，也就是说在第1代变异的时候我们可以对症治疗，那么在发生第2代变异的时候，这是要命的，那它的感染几率就不是一个人传染，一个人得上的这种病传染身边14个人，那么它是呈爆发性质的。望大家一定要牢记，不要出门，不要串门，不要聚会，不要聚餐。谢谢大家。
O novo coronavírus já afetou quase 6.000 pessoas, superando a cifra de doentes com o SARS, a síndrome respiratória aguda severa, há quase 20 anos.
Autoridades e cientistas afirmam que o coronavírus pode ser transmitido de uma pessoa para outra, mesmo durante o período de incubação que vai até 14 dias, e antes de aparecerem os sintomas, como febre, tosse e falta de ar, similares a um resfriado.
Now, imagine that there's an entity that just gave $10 million to containing this outbreak. Sounds great, right? $5 million to China and $5 million to the continent of Africa. Sounds innocent enough. But imagine that the head of this organization has actually been warning that the next pandemic disease is coming and that it will be a global killer. And that this man, while he was the wealthiest man on earth, issued a call for a global militarized authority capable of responding to an outbreak just like this one, and that it should work with NATO to do so. Imagine he said, quote, "The world needs to prepare for pandemics in the same serious way it prepares for war." Now, imagine that in 2010, this same entity funded a trial of a malaria vaccine and administered the treatment to thousands of infants in Africa, and that the trial resulted in 151 deaths and caused serious adverse effects like paralysis and seizures in over 1,000 children. What if that entity funded a vaccine campaign in Chad as well, where unconfirmed reports allege that 50 children who were forcibly vaccinated for meningitis were paralyzed? And what if, in India, a large-scale study funded by this entity caused adolescent girls to die after being given injections of the human papilloma virus vaccine? Everything, I've said so far is true about the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And that wealthy man in question, of course, that's Bill Gates. Maybe this is something to consider when you're reading headlines about how the Gates Foundation is pledging money to fight the coronavirus. And not only is it pledging money in China and in Africa to contain the virus, it's also involved in finding a cure. It's funding an effort by a company called Moderna to develop a coronavirus vaccine. And Moderna, well, it's one of those biotech stocks that have been soaring since this outbreak.
E o carnaval, hein? Faltam